Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries. In case you are in doubts about the stocks in your portfolio, you have fresh stocks coming onto your radar but do not know whether you should be buying them at this stage. Well, ask away all your questions that need an expert advice. The WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. Send me your queries here along with your name, your location and your contact details. We can also give you an opportunity to speak to our top guests live on this program and take a custom-made advice for yourself. Now, you can also log on to YouTube on our Business Today channel. Go to Daily Calls Live and the comment section there to send me some questions. I'll be happy to pick up some of those from your live YouTube interactions with me, and we'll be happy to address that with our top guests as well. Let me quickly look at how the markets are shaping up. Pretty well, 25,200 comfortably with us across the board. There is a buying action. All the sectors still in the green. You can actually see just the private banks slightly lower in trade. The India VIX is down by over 3%. You have several names within the consumer durable names, mid-cap names that are hovering higher. Titan is the top mover, over 3% of a move on the higher side. Nestle, Tech Mahindra, Tata Consumer Products, Power Grid as the top movers on the Nifty. Whereas on the downside, you have BEL, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Eicher Motors and Axis Bank that are slightly on the laggard front. But let me just welcome our guest on board who's going to be addressing all your queries today. We are now joined by Mr. Nilesh Jain, Head and Vice President of Technicals and Derivatives Research at Centrum Broking. Warm welcome to you, Nilesh, and good to have you with us. Well, finally, the Nifty is finding its feet above 25,200. What's the sense that you have? Tomorrow is when the monthly expiry strikes. Will this be traded for volatility?
Very good afternoon, Sakshi. Well, as you rightly pointed out, tomorrow we have a monthly of an expiry for the June series. So looking at the development that we have seen on derivative front, that is more sort of on a positive side. We have seen a decline in the IVs in the past few trading session. It has slipped near about 13 levels. So that is basically indicating that we are likely to witness a positive expiry. Now, in last couple of trading sessions, we have seen a positive development in the Nifty structure as well. The Nifty not only crossed 25,000, but also it is trying to surpass 25,200 levels as well. And we have seen a lot of short covering from 25,000 strike. Looking at the setup, it looks like it is heading towards 25,300 to 25,400 on immediate basis. But at present, the risk and reward is not supportive to take a long position at current level. Better to wait for some dip towards 25,100 to 25,150 zone. That if at all we see any dip in this particular zone, that can be used as a buying opportunity, keeping a stop loss below 25,000. Because now 25,000 is likely to act as a major support, and upside seems to be open up for 25,500. That is the view for next few trading sessions. So that's a kind of a short-term view for the market. Now coming to Bank Nifty as well, the structure is looking positive, but in last two sessions we have seen some bit of consolidation. Back-to-back doji candle can be seen that basically indicates indecisiveness among the participant. But buy and decline should be the strategy in the Bank Nifty as well, as long as it's defend 56,000 mark. We are hoping that Bank Nifty should test 56,500 to 58,000 levels in the July series.
Okay, got that. Well, Nilesh, we already have a string of questions coming in for you from our YouTube channel and on our WhatsApp number as well. We'll first take our WhatsApp questions that are coming in. This one is from one of our viewers, that's Mohit from Ludhiana, and he says, I want to ask on Dream Folks. I have this stock in my portfolio at the level of 259. My time horizon is 2 years. What would you advise?
See, the stock has been in a downtrend. We have seen a lot of correction in this particular counter, and it has been witnessing this correction since a long time. If you just pull up last 3-year chart, you can clearly see in the month of July 2023, the stock made a high of 850. And since then, we have seen a constant decline. It is not been able to rebound from the lower levels. Whatever pullback we saw in between, that got sold into. So overall structure is still hinting of a further downtick from here from a short term perspective, with a time horizon of 2 year plus. As I can see, he must have bought it recently at 259 levels. So keep a strict stop loss at 220 now. So 220 should be the long position, and If at all it breaks below the same, then we are likely to witness further downtick towards 200 or maybe 180 kind of levels can be seen on the lower side. So keep these levels on your radar. On the upside, if it breaks above 300, then we are likely to witness a short-term bottom formation. But for that, it needs to take out 300 levels, which is quite far away from the current price. So one has to be cautious on this particular counter given the kind of correction that we have seen, and it is also slightly illiquid as well. So watch out for these on pullbacks. I would suggest to exit from this particular counter and look for better stocks, better opportunities available in the market.
Fair point. Got that. Let's take another one. Okay, this one is interesting. Ananya from Delhi writes in and says, Sir, I have 1 lakh rupees to invest for the next 6 months. Can you please advise 2 to 3 stocks for the same? Markets are now recovering. Do you think it's the right time to invest in stocks?
Absolutely. So, given the kind of setup that we have seen in the market, the next 2 to 3 months are looking positive. Since the major events are out of the way, we do not have any known event as of now. So, given this kind of scenario, it is always advisable to buy in multiple tranches, pick up the quality stocks. So, a couple of stocks just want to highlight. So, first of all, Titan, this particular stock is looking strong on the chart. Next 2 to 3 months perspective, this looks positive for 3,800 to 4,000 kind of levels on the upside, given the kind of setup of cup and handle pattern on the daily time frame chart can be seen. So keep a stop loss below 3,480, and upside target would be somewhere around 3,800 to 4,000 and can be bought at current level and can be added on declines as well. Apart from that, if you see counters like delivery, so this particular stock is also looking positive on the chart for short-term momentum towards 420 to 450 on the upside with a stop loss below 365. Delivery can also be accumulated on declines. And lastly, from a large cap telecom space, there's Bharti Airtel. We have already seen a new record high in this particular stock today. The stock has been in a very strong uptrend. We have seen a secular uptrend as well in this particular counter. So still looks strong for 2,100 to 2,200 kind of levels on the upside. 1885 should be the stop loss for the long position, and Bharti Airtel can also be added.
Fair point. I hope this has also helped you out, and all the other viewers who have been scouting to look for some stock ideas. Nilesh is right at the beginning of the show, helped you out, really form that idea for yourself as well. Let's take some questions from YouTube as well. This is Somalia Biswas. He's from Kolkata and he says, I want to about Central Bank of India. The question is that he has 1,200 shares of this bank in his portfolio. The price at which he got this stock was 38 rupees 28 paisa. And he wants to know about a stop loss and a short-term target on Central Bank.
See, first of all, looks like bought it recently. Today it is trading at 38.80 only. The stop loss, first of all, should be placed at 37 rupees because that's the recent swing low that we have seen this particular counter has formed. So 37 should be the stop loss. If at all you see any pullback towards 41, 42, that's the range where ideally one should book profit and exit, because this particular counter again from the PSU banking space has been a laggard, and if you want to stay invested in PSU banks, then you have the better options available like SBI, Can Bank, BOB. So these are the few names that are having good fundamentals and having a good structure as well. So you can probably shift towards those stocks. In this particular counter, since already bought it, keep a strict stop loss at 37, and any pullback towards 41, 42, use that pullback to exit.
Fair point. Okay, I hope this has answered your question. Let's take another one. This one is from Rohit from Gurgaon. He says, Nilesh sir, can you please give a view on L&T Finance? I want to know whether in the next 1 year it has a potential to hit 500 levels as well.
See, a very good stock has been picked up. First of all, the stock has given a multi-year breakout. In the year 2017, we saw high of near about 190. Then again in the year 2024, the stock made multiple tops in the same trajectory of 190. Now finally, the stock has given a good breakout. So it is kind of a multi-year breakout. It has a potential to give 100% kind of return, but for that you need to give some more time. Next 2 to 3 years kind of time horizon. If somebody is having that kind of time horizon, then yes, the stock can deliver close to 100% return as well. But as of now, from a short to medium term perspective, the target on this particular counter comes somewhere around 225 to 250. So that's the kind of a 10 to 20% upside can be seen in next, let's say 3 to 4 months kind of time frame. But any long position, one should keep a strict stop loss below 180. So that's the important support for this particular stock. So that should be the stop loss. And it's advisable to buy in multiple tranches, buy in a staggered manner, and keep a time horizon of little positional. Let's say 1.5 year could be a good time frame for this particular counter, and looks good on the chart.
Okay, fair point. Let's look at some of the other questions coming in. Okay, this is Momita from Kolkata. She says, hi, good afternoon, Sakshi and Nilesh sir. Is it a good time to enter GRSC for at least 1 year time frame? Well, within the defense pack, I think GRSC has again been an outperformer in the recent run-up that we've seen in the last 1 or 2 months odd. And the stock has already crossed the previous highs as well that were made in the previous defense rally, and has been hovering pretty much higher. Now, in the last couple of sessions, there has been some profit booking on defense stocks, and therefore the stock is also under pressure. Your suggestion on GRSC after the run-up that we have already seen, Nilesh ji, in the previous run-up in the defense space, after the consolidation second time around as well, what would you say?
So Sakshi, in last 3-4 months, we have seen a euphoric move in this particular stock. It has already given more than 200% kind of return. It was trading somewhere around 1250 in the month of March, and it has recently made a high of close to around 3550. So now, since we have already seen a good momentum, there could be possibility of some bit of retracement. So that retracement can take this particular stock towards 2900 to 2700 as well on the lower side. So better to wait for some more decline, because the structure is slightly looking on a weaker side on immediate basis. So better wait for some bit of more decline in this particular counter. Another strategy could be buy in a multiple tranches. So let's say if you want to invest 100% as of now, so buy 25% at current market price, another 25% can be added at 2800, followed by 2600 and 2200. So these are the levels where one can accumulate in this particular counter. Positionally, we still believe that this particular counter has a potential to test 3500 to 3800 or maybe 4000 kind of levels from a medium term perspective, but not advisable to buy at present level. Better to buy on declines.
Okay, fair point. Hope that has really helped you out. Taking the next one then. This one is Amrit Pal Singh. He writes in on Morpen Laboratories, says, I have 300 shares at the rate of 68. यहाँ पर क्या करना चाहिए उनको? Morpen Laboratories की बात हो रही है, और खास तौर पर अगर हम देखें तो डायग्नोस्टिक स्पेस पिछले 1-2 महीनों से थोड़ा सा कंसोलिडेटिव ट्रेंड में ही चल रहे हैं, और थोड़ी वीकनेस भी अक्रॉस द बोर्ड हमें नजर आई है. Morpen Labs पर आपकी क्या राय होगी, नीलेश?
Could you please come again? What price he has bought it?
So he bought it at 68 levels. Right now the stock is at 63.
Right. So Sakshi, जैसे कि आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा, कंसोलिडेशन हम देख रहे हैं across all laboratory space. Although कुछ एक स्टॉक है जहाँ पे आउटपरफॉर्मेंस जरूर दिख रहा है, बट एज फार एज मोरपन लैब इज कंसर्न, यहाँ पर एक साइडवेज मूव हमने देखा है. काउंटर ने मल्टीपल ओकेजन्स पे 70 के लेवल को ब्रेक करने की कोशिश की, बट वहां पे रेजिस्टेंस फेस हुआ है फ्रॉम पास्ट ऑलमोस्ट 6 months नाउ. सो यहाँ से देयर कुड बी पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ अ पुल बैक टुवर्ड्स 68 to 70. तो हो सकता है इनका बाय प्राइस हमें शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म में देखने को मिले, बट स्टिक स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पे सबसे पहले रखना होगा 60 रुपीज का. 60 के अगर नीचे फिसलता है तो यहाँ पे फिर से स्ट्रक्चर वीक हो जाएगा. देन प्रोबब्ली वी मे सी द लेवल्स ऑफ 55 एज वेल. सो कीप अ स्टिक स्टॉप लॉस एट 60. स्टे पुट, बने रहे. एक पुल बैक 68 से 70 तक का हमें देखने को मिल सकता है. उस पुल बैक को प्ले करने के लिए यहाँ पर लॉन्ग पोजीशन है तो होल्ड करके चल सकते हैं.
Fair. Let's look at some of the other stock queries that we are getting. YouTube, we have Sandeep Pancharia joining in, says, I want to know about NCC. I have 300 shares at 260 levels. Should I average or should I exit from the current position that I have? NCC.
See, NCC recently यहाँ पे एक attempt हुआ था to cross 240 level. 240 is very important because that's the 200-day exponential long-term moving average. So to turn positive to considered is a buying option फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट नीड्स टू ब्रेक 240 हर्डल. अगर 240 का लेवल क्रॉस हो जाता है देन टारगेट ऑन द अपसाइड कुड बी समवेयर अराउंड 280 टू 300. सो बड़े लेवल्स के लिए यहाँ पर निकल सकता है, बट प्रोवाइडेड इट शुड ब्रेक 240 का हर्डल. लॉन्ग पोजीशन है तो एक बार के लिए बने रहे. डू नॉट एवरेज एज ऑफ नाउ. एवरेजिंग कर सकते हैं अगर ये 240 के ऊपर निकलता है तो. कीप स्टॉप लॉस एट 213 रुपीज. 213 स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पे लगाएं और लॉन्ग पोजीशन में बने रहे. शॉर्ट टर्म के पर्सपेक्टिव से मेरे ख्याल से एक अटेम्प्ट यहाँ पे हो सकता है कि काउंटर 240 को क्रॉस कर जाए.
ठीक है. Okay, I hope this has also helped all our viewers understand the current suggestion that has been shared by Nilesh. Okay, next we have a question from one of our viewers. Again, we have a lot of viewers joining in on our YouTube as well as on our WhatsApp. We'll take the next question from this question is coming from one of our viewers whose name hasn't been mentioned, I believe. No, this is Gul who writes in. She says, I have REC in my share portfolio. I purchased this one at 423 per share and for about 1 year perspective. And she can actually add more stocks at the current levels as well if it is advised. How would you look at Rural Electrification Corporation?
See, given a kind of positional time frame, it's a good bet, no doubt. But the short-term structure is still looking weak. So quite possible that we may see stock testing the levels of 370, 360 levels on the lower side. So first of all, do not average at current market price. If at all it slips in the range of 360, 370, that can be a good entry point given the kind of risk and reward then that will be favorable for the long position. On the upside, 425 is the hurdle that needs to be taken off. अगर 425 level break होता है then target would be somewhere around 480 to 500. So watch out for important levels 425 on the upside and 360 on the lower side. So that's the band as of now. So whichever side it will break, we can expect a follow-up move in that particular direction.
Fair point. Taking the next one, this one is from Satya. He says, good afternoon Sakshi, good afternoon to you Satya. Wants to know about marine electricals. What would you advise, say for about 12 to 18 months? How is this stock looking to you?
I need to see first of all, marine, can you please...
Marine electricals, we will just pull out the shares of marine electrical on our charts as well. 221 odd levels currently. Today it's up by about 1.5%, and in the last 1 month it's been sideways. In the last 6 months it's given up about 20% of the stock price as well, and even in the last 1 year, however, the stock moved up about 37%, although the charts appear sideways. I think in December it hit a high of 302, and after that there has been a declining trend. How would you look at marine electricals?
Right. So if you see marine electricals in last 6 months, we have seen a lot of consolidation. But good part is that in last 3 months, we have seen beginning of a new trend on the upside. The stock has started forming a high top and high bottom formation. So the recent low that particular counter has formed somewhere around 208. That should be the stop loss for the long position, and we can expect a gradual up move to continue towards the levels of 235 to 245 from a short term perspective, since it looks like the stock has formed a good base formation in the zone of 150 to 170. So that's a good base formation we can see. So a gradual up move can be seen. Stay put with your long position. Keep a stick stop loss at 208.
Okay, fair point. Taking the next one then, this one is from our YouTube again. We have this question coming in from Satyanarayan Rao Kulkarni. He says, good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Rao Kulkarni. He says, is it the right time to enter any chemical stocks? If yes, what would be Nilesh sir's picks? How would you advise?
See, within chemical space, a couple of stocks seems to have formed a good bottom formation, although it's too early to comment on that. The momentum is missing, but if you have to pick any one particular counter within chemical space, that would be SRF. So this particular stock, if you just pull up last 6 to 8 months chart, you can see the stock has started moving in the trajectory of upside trajectory. That's a rising channel pattern can be seen on a daily time frame chart. So looks like it is heading towards 3300 to 3500 from a 3 to 4 months perspective, keeping a stop loss below 2850. That's the recent low that this particular counter has formed. So that should be the stop loss. So SRF will be our preferred bet within the chemical basket, and target would be somewhere around 3200 to 3500.
Okay, fair point. Let's also take another one. This one is from Arun Kumar Gupta. He says, good afternoon. I have got CAMS shares in my portfolio at the rate of 4,000 and also Reliance Industries at 1,400. I need both a long-term as well as a short-term view on both, if you could suggest. So completely different sectors, large cap, Reliance Industries, a blue chip poster boy, and CAMS from the capital markets related story.
Well, both the stocks are good. Good stocks have been picked up. So first of all, CAMS, this particular stock, we have seen some positive development recently. Counter cross is long-term 200 EMA. Apart from that, 50 DMA, it has also crossed. That is currently placed somewhere around 3950 to 3970 zone. So as long as it trades above those levels, we can expect up move to continue towards 4500 to 4700. So structure wise looks positive from a short to medium term perspective. Stay put with your long position, keep a stop loss below 4000. 4400, 4600 or maybe 4800 kind of levels can be seen on the upside. Reliance Industries is the heavyweight of the market. The structure is appearing to be on a positive side. Recently, we have seen some bit of consolidation in last 1.5 months, but now looks like it is likely to break those consolidation zone. If it breaks 1475 on the upside, then the target would be 1500 to 1550. So stay put. If you are ready to hold for some more time, then it's a good bet to be in your portfolio. Keep a stop loss below 1410. That's the important support that I can see on the chart. So that should be the stop loss.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you get the right suggestion for yourself. Taking the next one, this one is from Bhaskar. He says, hi ma'am, I'm holding XCom in my portfolio, but I'm sitting on a 20% loss. Could you let me know if there is a way out on the stock, or should I just exit on loss as well? Okay, XCom Telesystems share price currently is 183. In the last 1 month, a 7% move, but the last 6 months have seen a 28% drop, and the stock had also gone to in the peak of about 262 odd levels in the January of this year, and if we look at from the highs of 400 odd, there has been a downward slide completely. How would you look at this one, XCom?
So Sakshi, if you just pull up last 1 year chart, you can see the counter has made a high of 525 in the previous year July month, and since then it has been in a downtrend. Multiple lower circuits can be seen on the chart. So highly volatile counter. The structure appears to be still on a weaker side. So any pullback from here should be used as an exit opportunity. We can expect further consolidation with negative bias to continue. So if at all you see any pullback towards 210, 215, use that pullback to exit from this particular counter and move on to the better options available in the market. If you want to stay put, then keep a strict stop loss. That's coming somewhere around 173. So if it breaks below 173, it's an exit. And probably after that, we can expect further downtick towards 160 to 150 as well.
Okay, fair point. Taking the next one, we have this question from Indu Sharma. Says Tata Technologies kya buy kar sakte hain sir? Indu, do you want to hold it for a long time or only for a trading purpose? That information would have really helped. But right now, if you look at the chart of Tata Technologies, what would you say, Nilesh? This has been a big dampener and a disappointment for all those investors since the IPO. But is there any sign of reversal?
Well, I think she's probably asking to make a fresh entry. So buy नहीं कर सकते हैं. Reason being, काउंटर में लगातार हमने वीक ट्रेंड देखा है. द काउंटर पोस्ट लिस्टिंग अगर आप देखेंगे, it got listed and hit a high of near about 1300 plus, and since then it's a complete downtrend in this particular counter in last 2 years, almost 1.5 year, and still appears to be on a weaker side. We can expect 650 600 levels नीचे टेस्ट हो सकते हैं. सो इट्स एन अवॉइड एज ऑफ नाउ. जब तक 750 ऊपर क्रॉस नहीं करता है तब तक बेटर है इस पर्टिकुलर काउंटर को अवॉइड करें.
Okay, got that. Taking the next one then. We have this question coming in from one of our viewers. This one is from Vinita Gupta. She says, sir, could you please suggest your view on RK Forging at 623 and also Skipper at 560? Let's take both these questions. RK Forging, let's pull up the stock and see how the stock has been performing. Let me look at the current price. It's 3% higher at 667. And let me also pull up the last 1 month chart, about 9% higher. Last 6 months, although it's been on a downward hill again. How would you look at RK Forging? And Skipper has been a good story. We've seen the fundamentals also improve for the company. What would you say?
First of all, RK Forging, this particular counter, recently we have seen some bit of rebound after hitting lows near about 560. The counter is making an attempt to cross 680 levels on the upside. So a gradual recovery is something that we are expecting towards 720 to 730, and 745 is the 200-day long-term moving average. If it breaks those barriers, then there could be possibility of further uptick towards 840, 880 as well. But for that, it needs to take out that important level of 745. From current market price, I think a gradual up move is something that we can expect. Keep a stop loss at 630. That should be stop loss for the long position, and stay put from a short-term perspective. Now, coming to Skipper, we have seen a good rebound in this particular stock as well, all the way from 370, 380. Currently, it is at 500, and at present, the support looks like somewhere around 470. So keep a stop loss at 470. Stay put in this particular stock as well. 540, 560 is something that one can expect from a short-term perspective.
Okay, fair point. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our viewers. That's again, we have from our YouTube that we have. Mr. Subramanyam P says, good afternoon, Sakshi. I have purchased 200 Pidilite shares at 3,105. Shall I hold or shall I book loss on Pidilite?
It's a good bet to stay put from a long-term perspective. We have seen this particular counter giving a good returns over the years. But although given the fact that we have already seen a good consolidation from past almost 1 year, where stock is stuck in the range on the upside, 3400 acted as a strong resistance, and 2600 acted as a very strong support. So that's the broader range for this particular counter. But I would advise to stay put in this particular stock for next 1.5 plus years. It has a potential to move towards 3,500 to 4,000 as well. So stay put will be the advice from my side. Keep a stop loss below 2,750.
Fair point. Okay, we'll take one more question. This one is again from one of our viewers. And yes, Ashwini wants to know, Nilesh sir, can I know on the right price to buy Vishal Mega Mart? It's a recently listed stock. You wouldn't have too much of details. Any suggestion?
See, VMM is the symbol for this particular stock. As you have rightly pointed out, it's a recent listing. I have very limited data. But whatever data I have available is indicating that counter may test the levels of 150 to 160 as well from a short-term perspective. But again, one needs to be careful with this particular counter because it has been extremely volatile counter, and ideal buying range should be somewhere around 130 to 125. If it falls in that particular range of 125 to 130, that can be a good entry point. Keep a stop loss below 118, and long position can be initiated for upside target of 150 to 160 from a short to medium term perspective.
Fair point. Okay, one last question before we let you go, and this one is from again one of our viewers, Maurya. He says, for July series, Nilesh sir, could you please suggest an outlook on Airtel for July series, Bharti Airtel?
See, Bharti Airtel, I have already mentioned just now, we are very much bullish on this particular counter, and we are expecting further up move to continue. Today, it has hit a new record high. Within telecom space, this has been one of the preferred bet. We believe that it is likely to move towards 2020 to 2050. That's a conservative target for the Bharti Airtel from July series perspective, and it has a potential to cross 2100 as well. So 1900 is a very strong support. That should be the stop loss, and the outlook looks positive for the Bharti Airtel for July series.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out in getting a clear understanding there. But Nilesh, just before we let you go, there is this very important update that's coming in. There are recommendations from the working group of comprehensive review of trading and settlement timings of various markets regulated by the Reserve Bank of India that have just started to come in, which says that the market timings for call money shall be extended to 7 p.m. with effect from 1st of July 2025. Now, accordingly, the revised market hours shall be from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, the trading hours of market repo and tri-party repo, that's TREP, shall be extended to 4 p.m. with effect from August 1 of 2025, and accordingly, the revised trading hours shall be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The trading hours for government securities market, foreign exchange market and interest rate derivatives market remain unchanged at this point in time is what they are given to understand. But important statements really coming in. Remember, this RBI had actually formed a working group that was to only to find out as to what will be feasible and what could be the extended money market, call money market trading hours. So it's been extended by 2 hours amidst the changing dynamics of the liquidity management, cash withdrawals happening now at 24/7. So this has largely to do with the money market. Anything with related to the stock markets particularly, Nilesh, do you see within this?
Well, I do not see any direct correlation as of now. That's purely for money market. That will not have any
Yeah.
major impact on the equity market. So I think equity market seems to be unaffected with this particular news.
All right, Nilesh, thanks a lot for giving us that update too. With that, we'll wrap up with your chat with us on Daily Calls. Thank you so much, Nilesh. But we are now going to be continuing with our second segment.